Hi, I'm Tim Whitmire with First Integrity Mortgage, and thank you for checking out this video. And the topic of this video is making a 20% down payment. And should you make a 20% down payment? So many home buyers that I talk to when we're in the pre-approval stage express the desire to make a 20% down payment. And many times the reason for this, or the motivation to make the 20% down payment, is to avoid PMI. And PMI, it stands for private mortgage insurance. And what it is, it's insurance for the lender so that if you default on your loan and the lender has a loss, they'll be insured for it. So many times people want to make a 20% down payment so they don't have to pay for that insurance and they can avoid that extra cost. So, in theory, that makes a lot of sense. And many times that is the best option. However, what I would encourage you to consider is not delaying buying a home until you have that 20% down payment. And the reason why I say this is because I've done research and I've done analysis and I've done comparisons between someone who buys a home now with less than a 20% down payment versus the same person who waits a year or 2 years or 3 years until they do have a 20% down payment and buys a house 2 to 3 years down the road. When you do the analysis and you really consider everything involved, such as home appreciation, paying your mortgage down, that sort of thing, it actually really does make sense to heavily consider buying a home now before you hit the 20% versus waiting. So beyond waiting to make a 20% down payment, I would say even if you have a 20% down payment to make, it's worth considering making less of a down payment. And the reason I say this is because if you make a 15% down payment or a 10% down payment, the cost for that PMI is significantly less than if you only made a 5% down payment. And what you should consider is what is the opportunity cost of the money that you're using to make that additional down payment. Now, if you're able to make that 20% down payment and you have plenty of reserves left over, it still could be a good choice. But if you're using the majority of your funds so that you can achieve that goal and now you have less funds left over, it might make sense to leave some of those funds in your savings or leave some of those funds invested so that if something were to happen, you still have those funds available. It's good to have that security net. Beyond that, if you look at the cost of liquidating funds, if your funds are invested and you're liquidating the funds, that could potentially be taxable income, and you're doing that to avoid PMI, which if you make a 10 or 15% down payment, is a very minimal cost. It might actually be cost effective to only make that 10 or 15% down payment instead of the full 20. So there's a lot of reasons, a lot of options. And really what I do is try to make the process easy. And I always give people options and try to figure out what financially is going to make the most sense for you when you buy a house. So if you're looking to buy a house now or within 6 to 12 months, please call, text, or email me. I would love to work with you and I would love to give you all of your options. I'm Tim Whitmire, First Integrity Mortgage, 314-402-8184. Or you can email me at timw@firstintegrity.com. So please like, comment, share, and reach out to me. I would love to help. Thank you.